Hi, dear friends. Welcome you all to Easy How to English Grammar. Oh, this man, he lost his wallet. He says, "Oh, I lost my wallet." Of course, he's in a sad situation. But I think we can make use of this sentence to learn something new in grammar. Friends, what can we see here? In the sentence, I lost my wallet. I is the subject and we have the past tense form of the verb or the V2 form of the verb lose. I lost my wallet. Lost is the past tense form of the verb lose, Lose. And this kind of a construction helps us to indicate a completed action in the past, or in other words, an action completed before now. This is the purpose of this kind of a construction, subject plus past tense form of the verb. Now, if we construct a sentence like this, and if it indicates a completed action in the past, what tense form are we learning? Can you guess? Yes, your guess is correct. We are learning simple past tense. And hereby we understood that we can use simple past tense to indicate an action that completed in the past. Now, dear friends, we can move further to learn some other details of simple past tense. Are you ready? Here we can learn certain adverbs with past tense. In this sentence, I met her yesterday. Yesterday is an adverb of past tense, adverb of past time, I meant, which we can use in simple past tense. Here it's quite clear that we created a sentence in simple past tense because we have the subject I once again and the past tense form of the verb meet, M-E-E-T. Met is the past tense form of the verb meet. And what can we learn from here? We can learn that we can use adverbs of past time in past tense. You may think, why I specify this here? Can't we use adverb of past time somewhere else? The answer is something to be discussed in detail in one of our future videos. So please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to it so far. Then you'll get prompt notification. Okay, coming back to our point here, we use an adverb of past time in this sentence. We'll go for one more example. Last year, I didn't go for the tour because of the pandemic. Last year is an adverb of past time, and we used that adverb of past time in a sentence of past tense. I didn't go for the tour because of the pandemic. In these two sentences, it's very clear when the actions happened because we used adverbs of past time in these sentences. But can't we construct sentence in simple past tense without adverbs? Let's check. Sentences in simple past tense without adverbs. I lost my purse. The first sentence that we learned when we started the video. And I hope you remember that we didn't use any adverb there. I lost my purse or I lost my wallet, whatever it may be. Here, we didn't use any adverb. It doesn't mean that this is an error. It's not an error. Why? Here, When the speaker says this sentence, the speaker knows it very well when he found that he lost his purse. That time he knows, but he does not know exactly when he lost the purse. He knows only the time that he realized that he lost the purse. And if the speaker of this sentence has a listener, that listener also understands that the speaker has lost his purse, but the time is not specific. He does not know, or he did not know when he lost his purse. In that cases, we can avoid using adverbs of past time because things are understood by the situation itself. The second sentence, Gerald married a gem of a woman. Here in this sentence, if we observe, uh, we can understand that the importance of this sentence is to tell that this particular person, Gerald, married a perfect woman, a woman with lots of qualities. It's not necessary to mention the time which Gerald married this woman. That's not needed. In such cases also, we can avoid adverbs of past time. In both these cases, the listener or the listeners will understand the time the time of the action is somewhere in the past, and they also understand by their intelligence specific time mentioning is not needed in these cases. My dear friends, I hope you understood by the time where we can use adverbs of past time in simple past tense and where we can avoid adverbs of past time in simple past tense. If so, we can move on to some other aspects of simple past tense. We all know that we cannot use ing forms of the verb in simple past tense. Ing forms of the verbs are those which help us to indicate or refer to the continuity of an action. And as we learned the sentence construction in the simple past tense, and that is subject plus past tense form of the verb or V2 form of the verb, we all know that we cannot use ing forms of the verb in simple past tense. So we cannot refer to the continuity of an action using simple past tense. But of course, we can use the simple past tense to indicate the duration of actions in the past, the duration, the time taken by an action in the past. For that purpose, we can use the simple past tense. With the help of the preposition for, we can use the simple past tense to indicate or to refer to the duration of past actions. Let's go for some examples. I studied in this college for 5 years. I studied in this college for 5 years. See, we used the subject I plus the past tense form of the verb study, which is studied, and we used preposition for and the adverb 5 years. So here in this sentence, we are not referring to the continuity of the action, but the duration of a past action, the time taken by a past action. I studied in this college for 5 years. Another example is we talked in phone for 1 hour. We talked in phone for 1 hour. See, here also we are not referring to the continuity of an action, but the duration, the time taken by that action. For that purpose, we can use the simple past tense. I hope the idea is clear for you. Who is here? I think an old crocodile. He is thinking something. Let's check. Oh, he's thinking, I caught a lot of fish when I was young. Oh, that was his thought. He caught a lot of fish when he was young. He's thinking of that glorious past. Okay, friends, let's check if we can use this particular sentence to learn a new aspect in simple past tense. Come on. Here, the crocodile thinks, or in his sound sentence, we can say that I caught a lot of fish when I was young. So that adverbial phrase clearly tells us that this action does not happen in the present time, but it happened in the past time. It's clear. And what else can we notice from here? We also understand that this action, which happened in the past, did not happen once and stopped forever. Instead, this action, caught, happened regularly for some time in the past when the crocodile was young. Hope you understood. I caught a lot of fish when I was young. This particular action, caught, repeated for several days or months or years, all through the days when the crocodile was young. But after he became old, this crocodile became old, this action stopped. So what can we understand from here? This action, caught, regularly happened in the past, and it was like a habit of this particular crocodile. And we can analyze the pattern, the structure of the sentence, and we can see that here also I is the subject, caught is the past tense form of the verb or the V2 form of the verb catch, C-A-T-C-H. C-A-U-G-H-T, caught is the past tense of catch. And it is in simple past tense, but the purpose of this sentence is different. Here we use the simple past tense sentence structure to indicate a habitual action in the past. Is it clear, dear friends? So, what is the conclusion? We can use simple past tense to indicate a habitual action in the past. An action regularly happened in the past, but it's not happening now. We'll check some more examples. I studied French in my school. It's well clear here The speaker is not studying in school now. He or she may be in college or working. We are not sure. But however, it's clear that that particular person is not studying in school now, but it was his or her regular practice to learn French while he or she was studying in school. So it is a habitual action, and we used a simple past tense to indicate a habitual action in the past. And the next thing or the next example is my friends in Delhi helped me a lot. Here the speaker says that he or she was helped by his or her friends when he or she was in Delhi. But the most probably the speaker is not in Delhi now, but he or she wants to express uh, the idea that he or she was helped by his or her friend when he or she was in Delhi, and the action stopped there. It's not continuing, but it regularly happened in the past. So it's well clear we can use simple past tense to indicate habitual action in the past. Friends, if you want to know more about habitual action, you need to watch the habitual action video in simple present tense, which you can see if you visit Easy Walk to English Grammar. It will give you a sound base on habitual action. Now we can move on to another aspect of simple past tense, and it is to express a past state of being which is no longer true. Past state of being. Before we start with this aspect, let me remind you of one thing, dear friends. If any one of you is not familiar with what a state of being is, you may feel it difficult to continue. So please do watch the video in our channel Easy Walk to English Grammar. The name of the video is How Can We Use Be in English? How to Use Be in English. That is the name of the video. You can visit the channel and watch the video, or I can give the link in the description box, or you can choose it from the I box above. And now coming back to our point, this aspect of simple past tense, a past state of being which is no longer true, is closely connected with what we learned a bit before, the habitual action in the past. There we were discussing the actions which were habits in the past, and here we are discussing the state of being in the past. This state of being existed only in the past and it's not true at present. This aspect will be clearer if we go for an example. She was short-tempered during the days of illness. Now she is all right. She was short-tempered. She got angry easily when she was ill. Now she is cured of her illness, so she is normal. She won't get angry easily. So, the short-tempered nature was a state of being in the past, existed in the past, not now. We'll go for one more example. He didn't like to have desserts before. He didn't like to have desserts before. That is his state of being, or that was his state of being in the past. He didn't like to have desserts. When he went for a party, he avoided that section or dessert, that course. But that was his state of being in the past, not now. Now he started to eat. Now he likes to have desserts. So his dislike to have desserts is no longer true because he likes to have desserts now. So, to express this past state of being, which is no longer true, we can use simple past tense. I hope you understood. Dear friends, that's all for this video. If you feel you have benefited from the video, please don't forget to get the video a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel so far, please consider subscribing. And while subscribing, please tap on the small bell icon near and select option all in order to get prompt notification of my future videos. We'll soon meet with another video. Until then, take care. Bye for now.